Hello, everyone. Welcome to Chaos and Controversy with Kai. My name is Kai. If you're new here, it's basically my live stream where every week I try to just break down like all the crazy stuff that happened over the week, and talk about it. And I don't talk about everything. I just talk about the things I feel like talking about. So it just depends on how I'm feeling for the day. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for joining me. I just want to point out, okay, so personal stuff first. So if you've been following my channel for any number of months now, you know that back in September, my mom fell, she broke her knee and her wrist. And it was a lot, but she got through it. She's all healed up. Life is kind of back to normal. But because of that, I like stopped doing my normal yoga classes because I had to focus on my family. At the same time, my daughter was going through some health issues. So my yoga got put on the back burner. And so I hadn't been doing yoga since September, really, honestly. So yesterday I was like, let me just do a little 20-minute little something something online just to start getting myself back into my yoga because I'm like, okay, now that my family's better, I can focus on myself again. Let me just do a little yoga. I did a little 20-minute stretch, just stretching, like not nothing major, nothing heavy, nothing serious, just like 20 minutes, little stretching. Why am I wincing in pain today? Why am I sore? 20 minutes, just stretching. I'm just stretching. Like everything hurts. Yoga is really a full body workout, even if it's just a little bit of yoga, just a tiny bit of yoga. And I'm all in pain. Like I keep my back. I don't even know. I was just stretching, y'all. I wasn't even, I just did a little stretch. And now I'm sore. My legs are sore and my back is sore. And I'm like, yeah, why did I do that to myself? But I love yoga. And it felt so good in the moment. Like yesterday when I was doing it, I was breathing. I was like, oh yeah, I missed this. And so yeah. So now I'm like, I did this to myself, but why am I in pain? Which, it just reminds me of how like yoga really is a full body workout. And I need to get myself back into my routine. I hadn't been in my routine. And that was just a little preview of what's to come. But hopefully I get fully back into my normal routine. But yeah, I'm sore. I'm hurting. I'm hurting today. Anyway, that's my little personal thing I wanted to share. All right. Stuff that happened this week. I'm sure everyone has heard about the Afro Man trial and then his winning his First Amendment free speech trial. If you don't know, basically, I didn't know this. I mean, I remember. Okay, Afro Man, scarily, we're in the same age group, which just threw me when I looked that up this morning. But anyway, um, he's most famous for the song Because I Got High, which I remember the song. What I didn't know is it was nominated for a Grammy. Did y'all know that song was nominated for a Grammy? I didn't know that. I thought it was a stupid song. I never like nobody's I don't know. Like the man has been making music a very long time. I was unaware until this trial. I feel like I'm not the only person who was totally unaware that this man had been making music since 2002, I guess. And they raided his house. So he has a house in Ohio. Apparently, some police officers got a warrant saying that he was, I think, kidnapping or trafficking people, something like that, and some drugs or something. And they raided his house. He had cameras on. They raided his house. They found nothing. They took a whole bunch of stuff. They had to give it back. Allegedly, $400 was missing. Anyway, so there was no charges. So then he took the footage from them raiding his house and the experience of them raiding his house and started making videos on YouTube and songs about it. And these police officers who raided his home decided that, well, how do I say this? I guess they were embarrassed that he had the wherewithal. Hello. He had the wherewithal to like take the footage from his own home security, make the videos, make fun of these police officers for raiding his home, destroying, like they destroyed his house, like they broke a door and they knocked stuff over. They did a whole bunch of stuff, because I think police officers like to, like, they can't, it's not like you can't go into somebody's house when you're exercising a warrant and not destroy. Like, you could actually do that, but I guess they didn't want to do that. So anyway, I'm well, Roxanne. So anyway, they go in, mess up his house. He takes the footage, he makes songs about it, puts it on the internet, gets millions of views. These officers are upset, I guess, because they got exposed for being, crappy police officers doing crappy police work. And he said some things in the video that not necessarily true. And so they decide to sue him for defamation, which is, to the the bar for suing as a public official for defamation is much higher. You have to show malice. And I have to say, I was concerned about this because Ohio, you could get a MAGA judge. You can like the video, you can get a MAGA judge, you can do whatever. So like, I was concerned because the way that these judges, especially under Trump, have been behaving recently, they've not been following the law. So I was a little concerned. Anyway, if you watch the clips from the trial, it was, a lot of hilarious moments. The fact that he's sitting there in this American flag suit with these American flag glasses, it was a spectacle. Let's just call it what it was. It was a spectacle. The thing is, the the police officers, I think one of the women, she cried on the stand. They said they were embarrassed, they were humiliated by this. And basically, Afro Man's like, y'all raided my house and tore up my stuff. And instead of, crying about it, I basically went and took this experience and made money off of it and turned it into a good thing for myself, which I do appreciate that. But the things that lost the case for the police officers, which I thought was hilarious, was when he said that he had sex with one of the police officers' wives, and that police officer takes the stand, and the police officer's own attorney is asking him, did your wife cheat on you? Now, if you know anything about the law, you know that for defamation to be defamation, it has to not be true, right? The whole defense against defamation is the truth. So if it can be true, then it's not defamation. And so this was it was like an easy ball question, like, hey, do you think your wife cheats on you? And all he had to say was, no, my wife never cheated on me. Like, I love my wife loves me. It was just a softball, easy question. And this police officer was like, I don't know. She could have. And I know his attorney was like, like, I know his attorney was like, oh my God, you're an idiot. Like, and basically this whole spectacle of a trial was a bunch of idiots upset that they had raided this man's house. And, the it's not lost on me that they're super upset because he's a black man, and probably, like, I don't know where in Ohio this is, but based on the fact that most of the police officers are white, I'm pretty sure it's a white town. They had tried to get him on drug charges and on kidnapping charges, and they weren't able to get him on that. And so I don't know what's going on in this town. I sense some jealousy, because usually there's some jealousy going on when white people see black people having nice things. So I'm assuming that all these dynamics are at play in this situation. And now he's sitting on the stand making a spectacle of them, because they're upset because he's making money off of laughing at them. And so now they're all upset. And then on top of that, they lose the case. And I have to say, it was probably because it was a jury, because I'm not convinced that judge, because the judge seemed like he was disappointed at the verdict when he read it. So I am not convinced that if he hadn't had a jury trial, that the judge would have ruled in their favor. Like, it wouldn't have surprised me. But the fact that, a jury ruled in Afro Man's favor was hilarious. I have heard, and I haven't confirmed, but I have heard that Afro Man is MAGA, which, would explain the suit and the glasses, and the whole like being a spectacle. It would explain that. I don't know if that's true, but I am happy that this trial went the way that it did for free speech because if they had won this, if they had been able to win this and get this into the legal system, then we would be facing like people just making fun of um, political officials, like people, government officials, police officers. They would be suing people for like, when you if a police officer does something to you that's messed up and you call them a name, they'd be able to sue for that. So I'm happy that this trial went the way that it did, but I'm also like what the hell, man? Like there was, like I said, if you ever get a chance to watch some of the clips, please do watch the clips because they are quite hilarious. It's funny to just see the madness, and it's sad that this even went to trial. I mean, this shouldn't have even been filed, but it got all the way to trial and turned into a whole thing. And now I'm like laughing because now if those police officers thought the videos he did before were humiliating, they have no idea what's about to come because now he has more footage to embarrass them with. I mean, one of them's crying on the stand, one of them's talking about, I don't know if my wife cheated on me. Like this is going to be like he's got material for like decades now. Like he probably will continue to make money off of this because they just couldn't just take the ego bruise. Like sometimes you got to take the L. This was a perfect example of when to take the L. So these officers messed up. You should have taken the L, should have walked away. Maybe you had a slice of the lemon pound cake and just shut the hell up and move on. Anyway, that was my take on that. I thought it was hilarious. Okay, this one real quick. So, Mystical pleads guilty to rape. And mind you, he went to jail for rape like a little not too long back. Like I don't even know. I think this is like his third or fourth rape case. I'm not sure. I just know that this man has a serious issue with raping women. Like what I mean, I even saw a head like I don't know. Like fellas, with the rape thing. Like what's wrong? Cuz one time is horrible. It's horrific. But now we're like 2, 3, and if this is the third time he's been caught, because just think about it. This is, most rapes are not reported, right? So most women who've been raped or sexually assaulted never report it because usually nothing ever happens. So that means that this dude has been raping just all the time to be caught this many times, and now he's pleading guilty, so he's admitting it. So he's a rapist. What the frick is wrong with him? Like I don't understand. Yeah, put him under the jail cell. I don't understand. I don't understand. I can't even wrap my head around. Like I know that there are men who are just rapey, and clearly he's one of them. But like just I didn't know this. He made songs about rape and will never stop doing. I just don't understand. Like I don't understand. Like I don't think rapists can be rehabilitated. To be honest, I just it's just insane to me that this dude. This is like what is this third time, fourth time? This is not. So if he's been caught, like yo, you just think about it. Like I guess like the majority of rapes are not reported. So this man has at least 3 rape cases to his name, which means how many more women has he raped? And then it's like, why? What is it? And I don't understand the psychology. Like some of it I kind of do. I know it's about power, but what do we do like as a society when there's this many men out here? Because I don't know. I saw a headline right before I got on here today. A man in LA raped a woman in an assisted living facility that had dementia. Like, what are we gonna do, fellas? I just like I feel like we just gotta like fourth time, right? Yeah, I knew that. I knew from this remembering that it was at least 3 or 4. So this is the fourth time he got caught. Fourth. So that's 4 women. How many more? Because we could probably like multiply that by 4. There's probably like, I don't know, 16 to 20 more women that have been raped by him that never came forward, which is insane to me because it's just like rapists don't rehabilitate. Like, I don't believe they can be rehabilitated. And so then what do we do? Because we have this society of men who really, and I'm going to talk about something next that ties into this, but it's like these men feel like they're entitled to women's bodies. And so therefore it's okay to rape them. Like this dude, like I just like 4 times. This is fourth time. He's and he pled guilty. So he's admitting it. He's admitting to being a rapist. And there's so many more. There's so many more. There's so many more. Like, what does it say? I don't know what that means. So anyway, um, it's just so many more. So anyway, because it's ties together. So this guy. So this is like you. This guy right here made a video. I'm not sharing the video, but he made a video saying that black women embarrass black people so bad at the Houston rodeo, walking around with their asses out. So okay, this ties into this belief that women belong to the gaze of men. So here we go. Let me just start by saying I don't care if a woman is walking around completely naked, like completely naked. No one has the right to touch her, rape her, bother her in any way. Being naked is not a way to, or it's not an excuse to think that you can harm a woman. Like I think that I don't know what happened in Houston in the rodeo. I have no clue. But this idea that this guy saw women minding their business, wearing what they wanted to wear, and somehow he felt that he had the right to comment on how they were dressed. You don't. You don't. And on top of that, again, even if they were walking around completely naked, that's their business. And you don't have a right to touch them, to talk about, just mind your business. If you don't want to walk around naked, don't walk around naked. This idea that patriarchy has given men is that women belong to men and women have a right to them. And that's where the rape is, the thing comes in. Like men feel like they have the right to harm women because they have the right to impose themselves on women, and you don't. You don't. So this whole thing of, oh, she's wearing this, it doesn't matter. And on top of that, rapists don't even care what women are wearing. Like this is the thing that there have been nuns that have been raped, children have been raped. It doesn't matter. Clothing is not a reason to rape someone that has never been. But if this idea that women can't just exist and be themselves in whatever way that is, how dress the way they want, without some guy jumping up, making a video, talking about, and this guy, he was just ranting on and on. I did watch the stupid little video, and he was ranting on and on, but I knew that this wasn't about the clothing because he even said something like, oh, and the nurses are dressed inappropriately. And I'm like, nurses. So what it came down to is like men see women as sexual objects, and if they can even see any kind of anything that they can sexualize in their mind, suddenly the woman is inappropriately dressed. And it's like sometimes it's just she's just existing in her body and you want to sexualize her, and that's disgusting, first of all, because that woman is not yours. She doesn't belong to you. She's her own autonomous person, and you're over here mad at her. And the other thing is, this dude was really, really mad because I'm sure he was angry because, again, we've talked about this, because those women that were so-called naked or walking around with no clothes on had no interest in him. There was this this anger that these men have towards women and I'm going to get to that in a minute, is like the women won't talk to me. They won't, I'm a man, and women are supposed to like yield to me and obey me, and they're not doing it. I'm so angry about it. And like, and she won't. And so now she's a 304 because that's them exerting their power, calling women names. And it's like, really, you're just upset at being rejected. And a lot of these dudes are going to get rejected. And that I'm going to get into the whole manosphere thing. Okay, let me look at some comments here. Okay. So, I don't know what that guy was talking about. Okay. All right. Oh, here we have this. Let me share this, Beaver. I don't agree. It's never just black women. Yes, we are at the gaze of men. What in the world? Immodesty is classless and embarrassing for you. For you. If you don't want to dress immodestly, don't. This is the thing. I think people need to learn to let others do what they want to do, and you do what you want to do. If you don't want to go outside naked, don't. But it's not classless and it's not embarrassing to that person. If they're wearing it and they're comfortable, what does that have to do with you? And especially as women. Like, the thing is, I support women being able to dress however they want to. Like, if you, like I said, if you go outside naked, I believe women have the right to go outside naked and nobody bother them. I believe that. I honestly believe that. I believe that they should be able to just be themselves any way they want to be, and no one rapes them or sexually assaults them or harms them. That is how it should be. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. If they want to go outside naked, let them go outside naked. Don't touch them. But this idea that, women have to be modest. No, we don't. We don't have to be modest. We don't have to put ourselves in a box because somebody else has a problem with our bodies. And this is patriarchy all the way through. Like, you're upset because a woman went outside naked? Really? And I don't think these women were outside naked. Honestly, I don't. I think that they probably just had curvy bodies. Like, I really feel like this man just saw women with curvy bodies and he was like, he couldn't get them to pay attention to him, so then he got angry. That's my theory on the whole thing. And then of course we have some ignorance in there. Oh, well, we can remove you. That it doesn't matter, like, how you, it doesn't, like, to me it's like, okay, it's not how the world works, but it should be how it works. And that's why things change. Like, a lot of people are upset because women are more empowered now. Like, again, this whole backlash towards women, like, you know thinking, changing things and moving things and being themselves in ways that were not acceptable or classless. This is bothering, basically patriarchy is burning, and the people who are caught in it are upset. So, like, y'all are like mad at people, like, especially, like, think about it, like, OnlyFans. A lot of people they hate the women who are like on OnlyFans. And there's no Jesus stuff, please. No religious people. I can't do it. There's no OnlyFans. I mean, rather, there's OnlyFans, and people really hate the women on OnlyFans, but they're making so much money. And that's because men are paying for the OnlyFans. And that right there upset so many people, that women have now taken the male gaze and monetized it, right? Which is, it's consent. Like, yes, you can see me naked for a price. And they don't like that. This whole thing, like, oh, you're so angry at women for taking the way that things are set up and using it and making money off of it. Y'all are really angry about it. But it's like, y'all want women to be naked. You do. You just don't want the women who are naked to feel good about themselves. You want to look down on women and be angry at them and make them think that they're less than when they're not. So these women, however they're dressed, whether they're doing OnlyFans, whatever it is, these women are empowered in their own space, and you don't have to like what they do. You don't have to support what they do. You just need to mind your business. That's all it is. Like, it's not your business. And if it's, if it gets to the point where you see a woman outside at the rodeo and, like doing whatever, wearing whatever, and you got to make a whole video about how a woman is dressed at the rodeo, something is wrong with you. Something is wrong with you. Oh, you guys are calling names and it so angry in the comment section. I'm sorry, I have to ban some people. So angry, you guys. All right. So anyway, let me get into, since the manosphere people are here, let me just go ahead and get into this documentary. Did y'all watch this on Netflix? Louis Theroux, he did a documentary called Inside the Manosphere. It's on Netflix. I suggest you go watch it. I did take time to go watch it, and I have to say I was right. Like, the whole time I was like, man, like, I've been saying that these men are a bunch of insecure, ignorant, uneducated losers for decades. But like, it was like 7 years ago. I was like, these guys are a bunch of losers. And if you watch it, I love Louis Theroux's, I like his style in how he didn't do anything. He simply let these men talk. He let these very popular, I guess, I don't know, internet guys just do their thing. He didn't ask too many. He asked questions, but he asked open-ended questions, and he pretty much just looked at them and waited for them to answer. And it was really funny because, like, this guy, the fresh and fit guy, he's so mad because he said the editing made him look crazy. No, it wasn't the editing. It was you. You look crazy. I don't know if you guys know, but he had a girlfriend when the documentary was done, and Lewis basically was talking to the girlfriend, just asking basic questions, because this guy said he had one-way monogamy, like he could cheat on his girlfriend, but she couldn't cheat on him, and then he wanted to have like multiple wives. And Lewis looked at her and he was like, "Oh, are you okay with him having multiple wives?" And she was like, "Well, we have to talk about that." He just really just sat there and let these men do their thing, which I did. What I wasn't aware of, the majority of their audience are minors. They're boys. They're little teenage boys. They, I didn't know that. I know that there's a lot of older men who watch red pill content, and those men are losers. Like I said, there's nothing about this documentary surprised me. I mean, I know that these men are losers, but basically, these men are making content for kids. They're making content for little boys. And little boys are stupid. Like, I'm sorry, you have a little boy, your 14-year-old is not very bright. Like, 14-year-olds, you gotta be a parent, you gotta step in. 14-year-old children are children and they're impressionable. And so boys are, they're goofy at that age. So you're making content for little kids. And you're doing this thing where you're performing masculinity as an insecure man. Like, the insecurity of these men. That's why when Lewis would answer a question and just go quiet and wait for the answer, it unnerved the majority of them. They didn't know how to stop talking. They had to fill the air, and they would fill the air with stupidity. They just really, 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 really struggled with this, and they were getting very angry and flustered. And it was just tickling me because it was like, this is what happens when you put an adult in the mix with the red pillars. Like, the adult was Lewis, and he was just being a grown-up in the room with the red pillars. and they didn't know how to navigate. They don't have the skills to function as normal adults. They just know how to perform masculinity and say a bunch of ignorance, and they know how to do shock. They know how to do shock value. Like they like shocking people and saying just like dumb stuff. Like I don't know if you saw the part where the guy was it was the little fresh and fit idiot. And the guy was talking about the sperm stays inside the woman and sometimes their kid looks like a past boyfriend, some completely ignorant statement which makes you laugh as a grown up who knows that this is not true. You hear this ignorance and the first thing you do is start laughing because it's so ridiculous. And Lewis did that. I love that he was just like that's just not true. Like the whole his style was just disruptive to their egos. They didn't know how to handle like just an adult just being like, that's ridiculous. Because that's what I would do. Like they will say stuff to me is totally ignorant. And I'll just laugh at it because it's just too stupid. Like some stuff is just too stupid to respond to. So like, like this one. What is this? Okay, yeah. Did I say that there were no good men out there? Like, okay, let me just give you a moment. I'm probably gonna ban you and block you. But like, you sound like you surround yourself with some weak men. That's your fault. There's good guys out there, but whatever your values are holding you to these losers. Uh, the loser. I don't deal with red pill men. The losers. I don't deal with them at all. Like they are losers, and now they are crashing out on. And then you enjoy that band. They're crashing out because of this documentary. Like one of them, this guy, he deleted his whole Instagram page after the documentary came out because these guys are just there's nothing about them that makes them special or good or actually top tier men. It's all fake. The whole thing, once you just scratch the surface, falls apart. Like the whole thing just falls apart. Once you just that's all that Lewis did was shine a light in their direction. He did not lead them on. He just let them show themselves. And by doing that, they literally fell apart. They fell apart. They couldn't handle it at all. And it's sad because like I said, their whole appeal is to little kids, little teenagers. Like in the documentary, little teenage boys, like I said, I wasn't aware that so many teenage boys were watching red pill content, which is very concerning. I have a teenager, but I have a girl and she knows red pillers are losers. So I'm very concerned in the sense that there are boys that are consuming this ignorance. And I think that parents, if you have a teenage boy, this is this is your, this is your wake up call that you need to check to see what your child is watching, because these losers, if your child thinks that anything that they say has value, your child is going down a path that's not healthy. And it's not healthy for like a multitude of reasons. Like there was one guy who wasn't a content creator, I don't think, but they focused on him for a moment and he was talking about how he had to basically man up. He had been homeless and all this stuff. And they talk about how they don't go to therapy, right? That was like a little point in there. They don't go to therapy. And then, clearly this kid is depressed. He was a young man. He was probably like like a young, like maybe early 20s. And he was, you could tell that he was dealing with depression. And then Lewis like asked him about his brother, and it turns out his brother had committed suicide. That's trauma. And so this young man who is caught up in this red pill foolishness, who's clearly showing signs that he's suffering from depression, but has been told by these red pillars that therapy's for like, losers or whatever. So now he's not getting therapy. And his brother's committed suicide. So he's dealing with this major trauma. So like this guy needs therapy. This guy would benefit from therapy, but instead he's caught up in this foolishness, this red pill foolishness, and it is causing him more harm. And I've said this before, like the red pillars are they're a major cause of harm to society. They increase violence against women, they increase the ignorance, they all of that, like all of those things. Let me help you go out since you're upset. You don't have to worry about it. You'll never see my content again. Anyway, so like, and this one got to go too. Where are you guys? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry, y'all. I'm reading. I'm reading. Yeah, because you're not. My content is not for you. So if you're upset that I'm banning you, you shouldn't even be here. Like if my stream, if my opinions are not things that align with you, it's okay not to watch my channel. It's okay. You don't have to say anything. You can just scroll on by and go to someone else's live. Anyway, as I was saying, these red pillars are causing harm to men. Who men? They are causing these young men to not seek help when they need it. This toxic masculinity is really, really hurting them. And they can't see it because they are also being sold this idea that they can be rich, that they can get women, because everything still ties back to, everything that means success, it has to do with women. Everything that means that they made it means that they have this hot girlfriend or hot wife and they have this fast car. Everything is still performing masculinity so that other men can see them as better than what they were, when reality, it's all, like I said, it's all fake. And I knew this. The thing is, like, I'm really like amused by it because I knew the whole time like that they were losers. Like it's like the first time I saw like some red pillar pop up in my content, I was like, dude, you're a freaking loser. Like there's a loser right now. I guess you have multiple, like you have, I can ban all of them, just so you know. Like, I guess they just like, the thing is funny to me is like, you guys need to focus on you. Don't focus on, attacking women. Don't focus on trying to put women down. Like, go focus on getting your therapy, working on your traumas, doing the things that better yourself, because this stuff is rotting your brain, and now the world sees it. I mean, I've seen it the whole time. And like I said, I love how, and the other thing is like a lot of them, as much as they love to tell women, you're a single mom or you don't have a father and all these things. And so many of those guys, those red pillars who hate single moms, hate the single mom, remember? And hate women who don't have dads. They were raised by single moms. They hate their mom, and one of them was with his mom and acting like a toddler over like a smoothie or something. Like, these are freaking babies. These men are children. Like, they are upset because they can't manipulate or get what they want out of out of women, and they're angry. Like, it's a shame that these grown men are behaving this way and making money off of it. And somebody did point out, like, yes, it was really messed up that they're red pillars, but it's the algorithms and the consumers of the content that are pushing it. And in some ways, I sort of agree with the algorithm, because the shock value of the stuff that they're doing, like the racism and the anti-Semitism and the homophobia, those things, I know as a Black woman that I see content being pushed that is, racist and sexist all the time. And I know the algorithm pushes that. I understand that. And so, oh God, hold on. I have to like ban so many men. I've lost count already today. They just won't stop. Sorry. Let's see. Let's see. No, we don't have to, like, I don't have to have an open discussion with people who have opposed my views. You can go to hell. Y'all want to argue. You don't want to have a discussion. You don't want to, like, actually engage. You want to argue. I don't argue. I don't know if you guys know me. If you're new here, my name is Kai. I don't argue with trolls. Like, I just don't. I do screenshot some of the things they say and make content out of it and laugh at them, but I don't engage in the sense that, like, the live is different. Like right now, I've lost count of how many people I've banned today. Like, literally lost count. But I don't argue with you because y'all not here to actually, have a meeting of the minds. You're here to troll, and trolls are just not worth engaging with. Trolls make me laugh. Red pill trolls are usually losers like red pillars. You're upset because you want to get my attention. You want to have a conversation when you see me on the screen and you're like, oh, I can say something negative to her and upset her, and you can't. Like, nothing you can say is going to upset me. I'm just going to laugh at you and ban you from my channel and move on with my life. So anyway, so this whole, go watch this documentary if you haven't seen it, Inside the Manosphere. It definitely has had a great impact on the worldview of red pillars, because there was a time, like I talked about last week, how like now men on threads are like going after the loser men and the red pill men, and like, harassing. But for a long time, red pill folks, they had a good run. Like, I would say 2018, 19, 20, they had a good run because men weren't checking them for their behavior. And oh God, like, no, did you go and get another profile? Y'all are weird. Like, if I ban you, coming back with a different profile to argue with me is going to get banned too. I don't argue. Anyway, so just y'all are weird. The whole, like, where was I? The red pillars, are now being exposed for who they are, as very insecure loser men, and who have made a lot of money, peddling bullshit, peddling fake programs, peddling, like, investment. I think the one that deleted everything, he had some kind of investment club or something. And these people are spending like thousands and thousands of dollars just to get scammed. Like, it's like the wife school stuff, which is I'm gonna get into next. It's like the wife school stuff. Like, it's not real. It's not real. It's not helpful. Again, if you have a teenage boy, I really hope that you're checking into what your teenage boy is consuming online, because, like I said, I didn't know. Like, I thought it was a bunch of losers, but I didn't know that it was young kids watching the content more than adults. So that was like new to me. So I am very, you know, worried that there are so many young boys, because like the young boy thing. And here goes another one. That's like the third time that one person came back with a different profile. Um, like, if you have a teenage boy, please check to see what they're consuming, because this stuff is not healthy. It's misleading, and it can lead to depression. Like, honestly, that toxic masculinity is why a lot of men are lonely and why they're suffering in silence and alone. So, yeah. So anyway, all right. Now I'm going to get into the wife school cult update, because I had something I wanted to share. If you're new here, let me take a sip of tea. All right. If you're new here, there is a scammer called Ro Cutno. She ran something called the wife school back in like 2018, where she was scamming women. She was charging them up to like $30,000 to go to her wife's school and learn and to become a certified wife so they could get married. Some foolishness. And if you've been here a while, you know I have been exposing her since 2018. So I have been on her, like, just continuously finding her victims, sharing her victims' stories, just constantly exposing this woman. Like, she has so many scams. She's got the wife school scam, she's got a property scam, she's got so many scams. Anyway, she's really in a desperate space right now. She's done, like, there's a whole, like, I have a playlist if you want to figure out what the hell I'm talking about. It's a rabbit hole, plenty of videos there to explain all sorts of madness. But I do have an update today because for the first time in 8 years, somebody finally shared with me, because everybody kept saying all this time that they had a contract with her. And I was like, well, what does this contract look like? Like, what is this contract that she's giving to these people, that people are signing to be in this scam? Like, what is this? Like, because she was selling property or whatever. Like, yes, it is ridiculous, Myron. This is a wife school, is ridiculous. So finally, someone has shared a contract with me. I have been waiting to see what one of these so-called contracts. This is a wife school contract, y'all. And when I saw it, I had a good laugh. And I'm going to talk about, even before I show it, let's talk about contracts and what you need to have a contract. Like, if you know anything about contracts, contracts, to be legally enforceable, they got to have a few things in them. And I'm going to just share this. There has to be an offer, like, hey, I will offer you this service for, to you, like, so that you will pay me some money. Okay. So, like, first thing is the offer. You have to be specific. Like, you have to be like, what is it that I'm offering? And then somebody has to accept it. They have to agree. Yes, I am accepting your offer in writing. And if they change the offer, it's not going to be a contract. Like, if you change in the middle. And then the thing is, there has to be consideration, which means it has to have some value. It has to be some money or some services or some goods or something. It has to be, an actual consideration. And then, you have to have capacity, you have to be of age, and you have to have intent to enter the agreement. So I just wanted to quickly talk about, like, what a contract is before I show you the contract, the wife school contract. Are y'all ready for this? This is the wife school contract, y'all. Of course, I have blocked this person's name out, who gave me this contract. I'm going to read this to you. So this is March 17th, wife school and July Senegal travel contract. This is they saying it's a contract. Says such and such accepted to join wife school studies on behalf of Black Wealth and the Grejanoff family. Her studies will commence online as of March 20th, 2026, and travel to Senegal during the month of June 2026. The 90-day trip to fully immerse her family studies in an effort to also grow her family in Senegal, including lodging at our property at Point Sarine, Tees region, Senegal, a round-trip flight from New York, JFK to Dakar, DSS, all needed wife school courses and 3 family meals at the reduced cost of $9,000. And it just has the date and one signature. Y'all, I have been waiting to see what the hell the so-called wife school contract was. This is not a contract. It's not a contract. It's not even close to a contract. We're not even clear on who the contract is between. We don't know if it's Black Wealth, if it's the Grajanoff family. It, like, and they want $9,000. They thought they were going to scam $9,000 out of this woman. She probably sick right now knowing that woman is actually just playing with her and not actually interested in coming to Senegal. And that has given Me, the person that gets under her skin the most, the contract. The lack of detail. Can we get into, like, it doesn't have any dates, like real dates of travel. In fact, I'm gonna show y'all. Like, it's not a contract, but let me show you the itinerary that I did for my family's trip to Italy last year. This is just my itinerary. As you can see, it has a day-to-day breakdown for my trip with my family to Italy. I'm just quickly just going through the slides so y'all can see that it's 3 pages. 3 pages for my itinerary for my family to travel. And this is the 1 day, I mean the 1 page contract for a 90-day trip to Senegal. I'm about to choke. Hold on. Y'all, this contract is supposed, yes, I say, do you see this? She Googled some quick text to appease requests. Do y'all see? I'm sorry. I have been laughing at this for days. Hey, do y'all see this contract? This is supposed to be for a 90-day trip. Again, this is no details. So 90 days. So it doesn't, family studies doesn't list the courses, doesn't say what the courses, no description of the courses. That's just the studies, the family. What the hell is the family studies and his wife school studies? Like, there's no breakdown of what your the services or goods that you're supposedly getting from this, this contract. On top of that, there's lodging at our property. There's no address. There's no description of the lodging. Like, yes, what is family study? Like, what? There's, dude. I just don't understand how these people get scammed. If you get this and somebody wants you to pay them $9,000, this little 1 page paragraph contract for $9,000, you listen, if you send $9,000, you are a fool. This woman had no plans to ever send these people any money. She's been laughing at them. She's probably, I'm sorry, I won't share your name, and don't be surprised if Ro attacks you, but you're good, and thank you for sharing this with me. I just think this is so hilarious because, again, there's no breakdown of what you're studying, what the class description is. None of that is there. There's no actual date on the trip, like no airline, no, like there's no flight number. Again, let me just go back to this is my itinerary for my family's trip. It has the flight numbers. That's I just want to point out the detail. This is a family trip and I'm just putting details, and then this again is the contract. Yes, hanging around her family all day, observing the nothingness. She won't put her information out because it is inauthentic, and she is afraid that people will retaliate. Yes, this foolishness. Okay, no flight number, no flight date, no, like, there's no address for the property. Says 3 meals a day, 3 meals of, listen, we know them people do not have food, and the food that they do have is not even consumable. This I have been laughing since I saw this contract, because if this is what people were getting for their property or whatever, look, these people are scammers. And not only that, this is a woman who claims to be so educated and so smart. She's sitting up here sending this. This isn't even grammatically correct. It's just like, there's a bunch of like mumbo jumbo. She said, bring snacks. What is happening? over there. I know they're desperate for money, and I know they're sick right now, thinking that they were gonna get that $9,000, and that $9,000 is not coming. It's not coming. Just so you know, Ro, no 9 grand for you. You played yourself again. That's what happens when you're a scammer. People know that you scam, and people like have been exposing you. Shout out to Ase Ventura, who's in the chat right now. If you want this copy of this contract, I can send it to you because I've already edited out the name. I will send it to you. But like this, sorry, I can't stop laughing. She really thought, and it like, oh wait, one more time. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. One signature, it's only a one-way contract. Again, I went through the elements of a contract. It has to be between more than one party. So this is not a valid, this is all to say, y'all, this is not a valid contract. This is not a valid contract. It is not legally enforceable. Please, if you happen to be around that crazy woman Ro and she sends you something like this and you thinking you're gonna get some value from her, you're not. Please don't sign this. Please don't send this woman any money. This is a mess. This is a mess. It's just like every time you know, and I know you guys have been really going at it this morning. I did see some stuff. Will she do better next time? I mean, you know, she can try, but then she would have an enforceable contract, and then with the enforceable contract, if she doesn't do her part, she doesn't provide the services or the goods, she can get sued. So she's not going to do better next time. But it's just really funny to me that she tried it. She tried. So I've never seen anybody so determined to scam, though. I mean, it's amazing how much effort she puts into scamming, and it's like every day. And like I said, I saw that you guys were like, something's going on. She's talking about, like, she just lies all the time, and I don't read her big list. Like, I know people post them. I don't read it because I know it's stupid. I like to save my brain cells, so I'm not going to sit and read any madness that she's written that's like just gibberish. It's not enforceable. Yeah, it's not enforceable anywhere. She's in another country, yeah, so she can get away much better. Yeah, that's the thing. She's really been able to scam for so long because she's kind of outside, like, you know, she's outside of the reach of, you know, the law enforcement in the United States. If she's doing this in the US, she definitely would have been picked up by now. Definitely for fraud, definitely for scamming. She definitely would have been picked up by now. But it makes it harder because it's international. But yeah, like I said, I had a good laugh. I got this the other day and I was like, oh, I got to share this on my live stream. This is the contract. Wife school contract for 90 days is one paragraph. It's one paragraph and it doesn't have any detail. It's just one trash paragraph. Oh my gosh, it's just too much. I am amused by this. I'm sorry, but this is funny to me and I had to share it. Oh, you don't read it? Okay, I don't read those big gibberish things that she posts. I've never read them because I know that she's so ignorant. It's like, you know, what's frustrating is like knowing, it's just like the you know, manosphere people. It's like, you know, this person is ignorant. And if you are an intelligent person and a grown-up adult, you see the ignorance and you're like laughing at it because that was what exposed her in the first place. I was like, who's following this idiot? She's dumb. So like when she writes those long paragraphs, I don't read them because I save my brain cells. But you know what? That's smart. Y'all are feeding it into AI. And I know you guys have been on her today. I haven't had a chance to like really like figure out what it is that you all are talking about. I know it has something to do with her lying about Senegalese culture. But like I said, I haven't really delved. I saw it. Y'all tagged me. I looked, but I didn't have time because I had to get ready for my live show. So I haven't delved into whatever's going on today. But the contract, though, one more time, y'all. I'm sorry. I can't stop. The contract for 90 days of wife school, wait, classes, studies and family studies. and a round trip flight and 3 daily meals for 90 days is $9,000, y'all. Just whoo, oh God. Okay. I'm sorry. All right. Let me get on out of here. Thank you all for joining me today. If you are new here, hit the subscribe button. I do this every Saturday. I This is Chaos and Controversy with Kai. I just talk about all sorts of things every Saturday morning. It's morning because I'm in California. It's afternoon if you're on the East Coast. But yeah, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you follow me on social media on Facebook, Twitter, and Blue Sky. I am Kai Nicole, like on the screen. If you look in Kai Nicole, you will see me there. On Instagram and Threads, I am Kai Fly Mommy. Please go follow me. I do reply to actual like comments and stuff on my posts. If you're a man, please don't DM me. I will not respond. I do not respond to men in my DMs. I get a lot of DMs from men, and I just think it's weird. And so, if you want to have a conversation with me, just public comment, and we're good. I'm just putting that out there because it gets a little weird, and some men send me DMs over and over and over again. And that's another conversation for another day. You said it's called the wife school. Why is it called Black Wealth U? Exactly. Wealth for them. Exactly. And then they tried to act like, okay, real quick, Myron, they tried to act like they have a university. And none of these people, I don't even think bro graduated from high school. None of these people have a college degree. None of these people are professors. None of these people are educated. And now she's got 2 teenage daughters or young adult daughters who are married off to some kids in Senegal. It's a mess. Myron, there's a whole playlist of all sorts of wife school cult foolishness on my YouTube. Please go down the rabbit hole. It's a lot there, but yes, I had to share the contract today because it was so funny to me. Anyway, make sure you guys follow me on my socials. Make sure you hit that follow button. I'll be back next week, same time, same place. And I have to send a shout out to my boy Chris, who used to do this with me on Saturdays but passed away. But I'm gonna keep going because I know you want me to keep going, so I'm gonna keep doing this every week. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone, and make sure you check back next week. Peace, guys.